My name is Gabrielle Naval and I go to De La Salle University.
My name is Mark Fernandez and I go to Mapua University.
My name is Abigail Della and I go to the University of Santo Tomas.
How long did you live in Saudi?
I've lived in Saudi for approximately 8 years.
I was actually born there and I left when I was 16.
I've lived in Saudi for 13 years.
What was Saudi like in terms of the environment, culture, and people?
Saudi was a lot of things. At first glance, it's literally a place you can die of boredom. But over time, it's a thought that gradually changes because you meet people and experience different cultures. And as you live in Saudi, it's a really thrilling experience and a life-changing one as well.
So we lived in a small city, it's a small community, and everyone there is nice. It's peaceful and quiet. And it's different from the Philippines.
It was very calm and quiet. Like in the city that I lived in, which is Yanbu, it was really small, so it was very close-knit. So yeah.
What did you do in Saudi in terms of school, sports?
During the weekends, most of my time was spent at school. And then after school, I would have like extracurricular activities such as sports. Then during the weekends, I'd usually be at home or at the mall, or my parents would take me to the beach to walk and stuff.
Things to do in Saudi is very limited, especially because of its culture, and as a girl, we were not allowed to go out alone. And for me, I've spent most of the time either being actively participating in sports or actually being a part of our church.
What made everyone come together in Saudi?
So the school I went to was pretty small. It was a small community. Everyone knew each other. There were also a lot of Filipino communities. Everyone knew each other. We ate together and just to feel more connected and feel at home.
For me, it was the unique differences and culture that made everybody come together in a community. And in Saudi, you can be a part of a community without even trying so hard because it's a natural thing to be a part of, especially that everybody is so welcoming all the time.
What is the difference between the Philippines and Saudi?
Saudi and Philippines is different in all aspects, from the population to the traffic to the people, environment, and culture. But to sum it all up, all I can say is that life in Saudi is very laid back. Unlike here in the Philippines, you have to learn how to be aggressive and you have to learn how to always be on the lookout. Unlike Saudi, it's always just a stroll in the park.
So there's a really big difference between Saudi and the Philippines. First of all, the people, what they wear, how they dress, the culture as well, food.
In Saudi, I think that while I was there, it was more conservative and women couldn't really do that much there because you couldn't drive, you couldn't go out alone, and then you had to wear an abaya. So yeah, and here in the Philippines, like you can commute and you can go places without having a man or like your father with you.
Is it dangerous like how the media portrays it?
Saudi?
Yeah.
No, I think the only dangerous thing about Saudi is like driving because the cars are super fast, but other than that, I don't think so.
It's not. It's very peaceful there. It's a small city. We were very connected. Everyone was very nice, and yeah, it was quiet.
The media portrays Middle East countries as very aggressively radical, and Middle East is always connotated with terrorism. Having a lot of people in Saudi as my friends, I'm actually deeply offended for them, and it's very disappointing as to how the media is not accurate with giving them this identity.
Will you go back to Saudi after graduation?
Even before graduation, I'd love to visit Saudi, but the only disappointing thing about this is that the people you used to be with will not always be will not be there anymore. But at the same time, it will always be nice to go back home.